Hi, good morning, Anne. It's lovely to see you. Thanks for taking some time with me today.
Good morning, Sabine. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Well, to everyone that doesn't know you, I'd like to introduce Ann Broché. I had the pleasure of speaking with you and interviewing you for the book Beyond the Ladder and sharing an incredible story about you and a bit about your journey to dealing with menopause. It's one of the things that you focus on. And I'm so pleased that you're willing to do the 15-minute, three-question podcast with me this morning. For those that don't know you, it would be wonderful if you could give a brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, as Sabine as you already said, my name is Ann Broché. I'm currently 47. I'm living in Belgium with my husband and two daughters. From a background, I'm a physiotherapist, but I really quickly went into medical device industry, taking up mainly commercial roles. And in one of the companies that I worked at Roche Diabetes Care, I got the opportunity to do commercial innovation and getting into the whole idea of what if you could solve a problem? What if you could look into a real problem that exists in the market and build a product, a solution, a service? So that's one part of my story that will get the follow-up afterwards. And so that triggered me to look into startup environment, and all of that came together with my own story about my perimenopause, which was like a huge puzzle, and was like, what is happening and where are the doctors to support me? And so that innovation idea and that own experience brought me to founding Yuma, which is a platform to support women in menopause and perimenopause. So
Fantastic. And that's, I think, a lot of women ask themselves that, what is happening? So I think it's fabulous that you've taken that step and everyone can have a look at your website and learn a lot more about what you're doing there because it's incredible. And of course, to read a bit of your story in the book when that comes out, which will be soon.
exciting.
So, Anne, we're going to jump right in. And as you know, I have three questions that I wanted to ask you this morning. The first one, I would love for you to share a time when you faced a big decision. And instead of playing it safe, you ask yourself, what if I don't do this? How will my life change? And how will that moment create a ripple? So, this what if I don't? I'm
Yeah.
curious to hear your story.
You know, that moment, I think it's still taking place. It is something that started, as I just said, I've always worked in big corporates, so having a lot of certainty, having a nice environment to work in, having colleagues, but also having that, like, I have this title, I have this job that I know what to do, and I know that at the end of the month, there's a salary. And then you come into this, yeah, what if I could start my own business? Like, what could I do something that I've experienced myself, being perimenopause, being confronted with not knowing what was happening, not knowing who would help me, not knowing anything about that stage in life where I felt like, whoa, is this like a wall that I'm hitting? Do I need to quit my job? And that made me decide to start Yuma, but Yuma comes with so much uncertainty. It comes with no salary, but the kids are still there. They're still hungry every day. It comes with, yeah, but will I ever make money with this? Yeah, we hope so. And we're full of energy and passion to make that happen. And then you get together with two co-founders that you barely know. And all of a sudden, from morning to evening, even during the nights, you work together and you're like, yeah, these are the two partners in crime that I need to trust all the way to make this happen. That is creating so much uncertainty, but I'm at the same time feeling from my gut like, this is what I need to do. This is the project that I need to start right now because there is such a need with women. And this is
So
exactly
true.
what I believe I need to do. So what if I don't do it? Then many women after me will experience what I've experienced at 46. So that is my story or my input, like a bold decision, which is still some mornings I'm like, am I doing the right should I be doing this? Oh my God, my kids, is everything gonna be fine at the end of the month? But then it feels good. My belly says, go on with it.
That is so important to listen to the intuition, isn't it? It's that balance of gathering data, gathering information, and then listening to yourself and taking that time to reflect to make a final decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, these little sentences of women that write you a message like, hey, we did a consultation with you, man. It went so well and it feels so much better. And then I'm like, oh, yes, I'm doing the right, took the right decision.
Yeah. That's nice to get that positive affirmation daily from women that are signing up and using the services that you're offering. And it's I think I didn't realize that you actually started the business with two people that you didn't know. So that's even a bigger jump, isn't it? Because it's such a huge step to start a company. And often you hear about friends that know each other, that have worked together, but that is quite a big step.
Well, not knowing each other is a big word because our paths crossed in professional environments. So we worked in the same companies and collaborated a bit, but not intensively. But I knew that these two people would be so complementary to my profile. One is a doctor, the other is a marketeer. And I thought like, this is what we need to launch a business to consumer, women involved, where we're looking to care. So it was like the three of us could make huge impact, and that's how we decided to start it off. So yeah.
And did the idea come from all three of you together? Who sparked it?
Yeah, it was my idea because, of course, I lifted. The other two are two men, so working on menopause, which is really nice, I think. But it came from my experience where I shared, like, you know, this is happening to me, and this is like insane that in 2023, at that time, I myself, a woman of 46, I'm facing so much closed doors. I've done in big corporates, I worked for robotic surgery companies where we did the most crazy surgeries on patients. And I was like, no, we're not able to provide care to women in perimenopause and menopause. It's just not right. So, and that's while discussing with the both of them, I felt that same passion, like this is something that we need to solve. Like we need to change the way medicine or access to care is organized today for women. And so having these discussions made us jump and take off the project.
Well, I'm sure there are so many women that are happy that you jumped. So
Let's hope so.
fantastic. And that leads to the next question, which is about who has had an impact or who's had a ripple in shaping your life and how you lead today and how you run the company. And if you had the opportunity and they were in front of you right now to thank them, what would you say?
So it's hard for me to just name one person because I've been reflecting about this all the time, and I'm like, yeah, there's like not one single mentor or one single person that has really helped me shape a certain path or the certain way that I lead or that I am today. I think it's more like a series of small ripples at the right moments.
Okay.
Sometimes that were colleagues who unknowingly held up a mirror for me, you know? And when I was thinking about the question, it was younger people around me. People who looked at the world with fresh eyes and with a kind of boldness that I, at that point, didn't have. Often people in my team where I was like, wow, but you're so young and already so smart. And the way you deal with things made me like, whoa, what if I could look the same way to a problem, issue, situation? So that is especially what has created me as a person is the eye-opening experience with colleagues, young people did orient me or made me look into a direction that I didn't look at. And I also see that a lot with my own daughters. They keep me so sharp and they show me where I hold on to old patterns and they remind me like, hey mom, seriously? And so they're also my biggest supporters when it comes to I'm like, oh my God, I need to record this reel on Instagram to inspire women. And they're like, mom, go for it. So I feel that I have been inspired a lot by young people who I feel are so clever. And that's my path. So, and if I would need to thank them, I would say like thank you for showing me like or giving me your fresh pair of eyes to look at situations, at problems, because you really show me what truly matters. So it's a different way of looking into what is important. What do I need to do? When do I need to be bold? When do I need to take a step back to achieve what I want to achieve? So that is what I would like to answer to this question.
That's fantastic to hear. And I think it's so important that we remember to also thank to thank people in our lives, just that come
Mhm,
in and come out. And when someone does something like that, like holds a mirror up that you shared,
mhm.
to actually thank them for that, and that they realize they need to continue to do that. Oh, nice story. Yeah. And it's so important too, as you said, for different generations to listen and to take insights. And just because someone is from a different generation doesn't mean that they don't necessarily have great insights to support us. So good reminder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then we get to the third question, and that's about leaving your own legacy. And if you sit back and you think about also maybe one or two things that you would like to be remembered by,
Yeah.
what would they be?
Yeah. Well, I think I'd love to be remembered as the person that is always full of energy and passion to take things up. And I think that has also helped me to build humor, because if you are not the person that is like, okay, a new day, a new challenge, let's pick it up, let's turn it into an opportunity, a solution. So that is one thing that I hope to be remembered by, is like the person that give me the biggest mountain and I'll climb it. I'll find my way through the bushes, through the rocks, so that is one thing. And the other thing is, of course, my current mission is to be remembered as the person that broke a bit of the taboo around perimenopause, menopause, and that has really shifted the way women access knowledge and care in this stage. Because I
Hmm.
hope that we can help women to build more health literacy about the topic, to be able to speak up to their doctors and say like, hey, I'm not feeling okay, and no, I'm not having a depression, or I'm not in burnout. It's just that my sexual hormones, my estrogen, my progesterone is like going up and down and coming with a lot of symptoms that make me not feel great. So I need a solution, and it can be lifestyle, that can be hormonal replacement therapy, but that women dare to speak up for themselves and help doctors see that there are solutions to help women in this life stage. So
Yeah.
that is what I hope to have left, that generations after me, women will just be informed when they are 45 and in this, they will be
Hmm.
like, yes, okay,
Have
there is
options.
there is a hormonal thing that is coming in, that is just a natural stage, but it's not like because it's natural that I like need to accept that, okay, I will not feel well and I will have brain fog and sleeping disorders and gaining weight, so I just have to accept it, which a lot of doctors say like, yeah,
Yeah,
you just
it's
have to
true.
accept it, it's a natural stage, live with it. No, you live with it, but there are solutions to help you to feel good again, to find yourself back, and to go until your is full of energy. That's what I hope to leave in this world.
Yeah, fantastic. And you're leaving it now. I think that that's so important too. Your legacy is impacting and touching people's lives now. So that's incredible. And it is so important that we know that we have options. That's what I've learned through the conversations with you, is that there are solutions. And it's fabulous that you're offering knowledge and information so we can make informed decisions. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Creating this
Yeah.
environment to share information, to share our
It's
stories.
so important. Yeah, it's so important to share. And I have to thank Sandra van Loden, actually, because she is the one that introduced us. So a big, big thank you to Sandra.
Yeah, she's great.
Again, these networks and connections are just beautiful and so important.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Women supporting each other, and not only women supporting women, women supporting
Hmm.
men, men supporting
Yeah.
women. The network is so valuable.
It
Absolutely.
is.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. All the success to you. I can't wait to see how Yuma evolves. And I think you actually shared with me before we started recording, you're like reaching some big milestones. There's like a significant number of women that are using the app and also getting consults. So congratulations on that. It's working.
Yeah. It's incredible because, one thing is to have an idea and to think about the solution, but then you need to like have a proof of concept. Like, does this really work? Are women willing to go to a digital environment to seek for help? And so, yeah, we've launched, I think 8th of November, and until today, 700 women created an account on our platform, which is like really nice, both for us, but also people that are looking into investing in us as a company that, okay, the need is huge and offering a solution, even in a digital context, is giving women access to the right care, the right information. So it indeed, it works. That's
Yeah.
so the traction is really promising.
Yay. Congratulations and
You.
all the success and let it continue for
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, Sabine. It's really
Thanks,
nice having
Anne.
this talk this morning.
Yeah, good to chat with you.
Thank you.